Hey everyone, so today I'm doing a review on the Marvel Legends Sandman on the retro carded Spider-Man card there, and it shows a nice image, cartoon image of Sandman along with the little interchangeable parts. But anyway, we'll get this guy opened up and we'll check out the details. Alright, so first up we have the interchangeable parts. So you get this spiky sand fist, the spiky sand ball, and then like the little attachments that kind of go over his wrist to kind of blend it all in. These actually look really nice. I like the pitting. It gives it that grainy sand look. I think that looks really good. It reminds me of the old Toy Biz Spider-Man Classic Sandman. Do look here. I really like how that turned out. They did a good job on that. Definitely looks like sand. And the same thing on the little wrist piece. Looks really good. I think that turned out nice. Then we also have the interchangeable head where half his face is like torn down. You can see all the sand in his head. It's got a big old gaping hole. You got the, more flesh tone one eye. I like how you can kind of see part of the pupil of the right eye. I feel like they didn't have to add that little bit of white paint. I'm kind of shocked they did. But that looks really good. Eyebrow looks clean, but I do like how they did that. And coming back here, looks good. A little bit of the yellow sand paint kind of got onto the hair sculpt, but overall, I think that looks really good. All right, now checking out very stressed and angry Sandman face. This is just a full-on human figure, which is kind of cool to have a version of him this way, because the last time we got like more of a human version of him was the Comic-Con exclusive, but he was more painted like a sand, not texturized like sand, which I wish that would have been cool, but just painted tan and brown. But overall, it's just more of an angry face. You can see his teeth, you can see his gums, his eyes are looking straight forward, got the nice angry eyebrows. His hair looks good. It's nice and brown. Sideburns or little side pieces here are good. They're not kind of patching over onto the face there. Back of the head, there's no paint on the ears, which is nice. Then you got the classic dark green and light green striped shirt. The striping looks really nice. It does look like a little bit of a little pit there in the plastic. But overall, the striping looks very clean. The dark green goes all the way through. There's no chunks missing or anything. I do like how you can see like the stretching of the shirt. That's good, especially around the wrist too, but around the stomach, especially on this angle, you can see it. He's got two angry fists to punch somebody with. He's got the dark or light brownish gray jeans, but you can see all the texturing of the jeans. I think that looks good. On the pockets, it comes down to his dark brown shoes there. You can see the laces. Overall, very good, human form of Sandman. So I'm going to go over the articulation. Head looks left and right. Goes rock side to side. Arms in forward and back. Does have ball joints in the shoulders. Upper thigh swivel. Double jointed elbows. No pins, which is nice. Wrist rotation. Also a hinge at the wrist. Ab crunches forward about that much. Arches back pretty good. Waist swivel. Kicks up. Spreads about. Actually, almost does the split. It's pretty good. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees with pins. No boot rotation. Ankles move down, they move up. He does have nice ankle rockers and pegals at the bottom of his feet. He just got some tread on those boots. All right, we'll go and swap out these parts and check out Sandman. This does look cool. I mean, it blends in really well. I like how far up on the forearm that extra piece really goes on. You can still get a good motion on the wrist, but you don't see any of the there's no gaps to really see the forearm in there, which is really cool. So I kind of like how this looks with kind of like he's getting ready to slam into Spider-Man there. But we'll go and do the other arm now. Here's the big spiky ball here. I think that looks really good too. I like how it kind of spreads along the bottom. Overall, I think that looks really good. Makes him, doesn't make him too, he looks a little disproportioned, obviously, because his arms are growing to fight, but not much different, disproportions compared to like the Build-A-Figure where like the arms were down past his knees. That looks good. We'll swap the head now. Looks cool. I won't be using this head. I feel like his face should have more of an expression. Half his head's missing. You think maybe he's just shocked that it happened. I don't know. But you think he'd be a little more in like anguish, right? Or angry. Or in pain, maybe. I don't know if he feels pain. But, yeah, I just feel like that facial expression with half your head gone, I don't think anybody would look like that. But overall, it fits pretty tight. It's nice, but I will definitely be swapping it back. But we'll go ahead and show you guys how tall Sandman is and get into some fun comparisons. All right, so Sandman is about a little under 7 inches tall. Here he is with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I forgot which year. It might be 2014. It's from the Raft set, I believe. But anyway, he's definitely a lot taller. You can kind of see here. He's using the Exorbium Man Build-A-Figure body. You can definitely see the height difference as I almost knock him down. And here he is next to the Spider-Man Classic Sandman. I absolutely love this figure. Tons of accessories. If you haven't checked him out, definitely look at him. He looks out. His articulation is outdated, but I have reviewed him before. I may redo him as a review. I just love all this pitting. I think that looks so cool. It just looks really cool. The pitting continues all over him, but it's just such a nice figure. His face looks a little weird, yes, but it's a cool figure for being just a standard alone figure. It's really nice. Comes with a ton of stuff, as Toy Biz always did. And then here he is next to the Build-A-Figure. The arm on this one got loose. That's a bummer. I'm kind of bummed that even happened. This one's good, but you can definitely see the difference in the spike balls. This one has a little, not really much of the pitting effect. It's got a texture, but it doesn't have like that sand pitting look. But overall, this is a cool Build-A-Figure. But see how, I mean, this guy's got this guy's got half his head banged up and he's screaming. So it just kind of seems silly that this guy's like, yeah, just half my head. But anyway, overall, I actually really like, yes, he's short. He's definitely short. That's kind of a little bit of a downspin of him. But I feel like he's supposed to be kind of like an average guy. So we'll just say these guys are grown because they're using the sand. But overall, it's not a bad figure. It's not a bad Sandman at all. Obviously the striping's a little different. It's not as white because the figure's not as big. But I like that they gave him that texturing. They redid that. They didn't try to just reuse the Build-A-Figure pieces, which is nice. Or just giving us another Build-A-Figure. They could have done that too. Which wouldn't have been bad, but they probably would charge us like $40 for it. But anyway, overall, what I'm saying, and it's a long video, I think it's not a bad Sandman. I know there's been a lot of people that don't like it. At first, I didn't like it, especially seeing the height, but holding him in my hands, overall, I think it's going to look really good on the shelf. I like that fisted accessory, the way the sand kind of goes over the forearm. It really blends in well, and having the option to kind of interchange these pieces so you can use maybe just one arm and having one human arm. I just think that's really cool, because with the Build-A-Figure you had just two sanded fists, so you're always going to look like this. There was no way to make him look human. So that's just kind of my opinion there. Let me know in the comments which Sandman is your favorite, and hope you have a great rest of the day, and talk to you later. Take care.